Imagine you're in an arcade in the mid-90s. You hear the bells from the skee-ball machines, a slurry of music from classic 80s arcade games, the rumble of the ever-famous Daytona USA. Maybe you even see a light gun game like Area 51, Virtual Cop, maybe the first Time Crisis. By the way, I really need to talk about those games sometime. But then you turn around to the sound of loud growling and gunfire just blaring above the rest. You turn around. You see zombies' faces getting blown to pieces, blood flying everywhere, and some of the most heavy and intense music you've ever heard in an arcade game up to that point. Wow. Move over, Mortal Kombat. Take a seat, Splatterhouse. There's a new heart-pounding shockfest in the arcades.
The House of the Dead.
There was a home version of House of the Dead for the Sega Saturn, but I don't have one of those. Fortunately, they did come out with a PC version for Windows 95 and 98, and this is a Windows XP machine, and it's perfectly capable of handling that. So, let's take a look. Okay, so we've got the arcade mode, we've got a PC exclusive mode, and we've also got a boss rush mode if you want that. Now, with the arcade mode, pretty self-explanatory. You just use the mouse instead of a light gun. Same thing, obviously, with the rest of these modes. But basically, the arcade mode just goes through the game as if you would in the arcade. PC mode does a couple of different things. The live system is a little bit different. Your progression is a little bit different. Difficult to really point out all those different things. Let's be real here. Nobody watches this for an in-depth analysis on anything. So let's just play the dang game.
Oh no!
This game was always famous for its cheese. And that's one of the best things about it. You may be wondering why there's no music. And that is because the CD audio would have been streamed from the original CD-ROM, which is not what's on here. I'm using an ISO, which means I'm mounting it. That's a whole thing. I'll have to explain it another time how that works. But that's why you're not hearing music. But you know what? I don't really mind this being silent. Plus, if I want to put on a record, I can. You know, there's something amusing about playing this with a trackpad. It's not the most responsive trackpad in the world, so when you tap to fire, it's kind of fiddly. But still, if you're sitting down with this in your lap, it's still quite a treat. It's entertaining to me for some reason. These graphics might be dated, but man, is this just so charming. Like, all this violence, but it's all these great big chunks of, I don't know, particles and sprites and these big, low poly character models. It's just a good time. It's just relaxing. I don't know, it's like watching an old Universal monster movie or something to me. Which some horror and film buffs might get real mad at me for comparing a video game from the late 90s to, you know, masterpieces from the 30s and 40s, but, you know, deal with it. You don't exactly watch this show for culture.
What's all this? I heard gunfire. What's going on? Woo! An actual Halloween-themed game! Nice! House of the Dead's a great pick! Oh, wow! You're playing an actual Halloween game!
Oh, come on, it's not like the first time that's happened.
Yeah, I know, but after the way we started things last year, I was kind of worried. Hey, that wasn't nice!
Yeah, I know, that's why I'm about to rip him a new one.
Get him! Get him!
That's what I'm trying to do.
Oh, you already lost continue. Ugh, what's falling out of his chest?
I don't know, blood, oil, combination thereof. It's a cyborg type of thing.
It looks like he's just a robot.
Oh no, under that metal, there's flesh.
Ugh. unsuitably spooky body horror.
You ain't seen it yet.
Ugh! Yeah, you're right. This really would have been shocking in the late 90s. Right after the whole spiel with Mortal Kombat, then we got games like this in the arcades. Man. That's pretty gruesome.
You must stop here, or else something terrible will happen. Sophie!
Just for funsies, let's check out the PC mode real quick. So you can change your character here, which is interesting. Even more interesting that they let you pick the damsel in distress to play as. Given that rescuing her is a big focus of the story, I want to see what happens if you select her.
It'd be really funny if she just still showed up the same way she does in the rest of the game.
I believe they had the foresight not to include her in the cutscenes if you play as her. Wow, she's got a lot of bullets. It's like, how large is that magazine? See, you know, that one guy always steps in front of that zombie, so I can never save the other guy. I think the trick is to save the guy on the right and then save the guy on the left. I think that's what you're supposed to do, but I can never get it right.
So you're playing this with a mouse. Oh, there's Sophie. That is meta. So it really doesn't matter to the gameplay and the story whatsoever. Just a matter of, you know, how many lives and how much ammunition you have and how much damage you do.
Pretty much.
What'll they think of next? House of the Dead 2? That's a stupid joke. I know they made House of the Dead 2. Shut up. So I see you're playing this with a mouse. Aren't you supposed to play these with a light gun?
Yeah, that is kind of the whole point.
Well, where's your light gun?
Well, I'm actually not sure what type of light gun you would use, and I'm pretty sure those would only work with old CRT monitors, and I don't have one of those. I'm sure a few PC enthusiasts would have that type of gear. I don't, though. I'm actually content playing it with the mouse because I'm ridiculous like this.
Almost as ridiculous as the voice acting.
Yep, they really ramped up the cheese on this one.
Blech, why is the blood green? Turn it back to red.
I thought I could, but apparently I can't. I know in this game, I guess to tone down the violence maybe, or to work better with the color palette aesthetic, they went with green. But it's still pretty gruesome, as you can tell. I mean, you see fully modeled rib cages, heads being blown off while enemies still attack you. Just way more detail, way more violence, and way more cheese.
You just skipped that guy's dialogue.
Oh, come on. You can play this anytime you want.
I'm sorry, could you speak up? I couldn't hear you over the sound of synth wailing. Oh, you didn't save that guy.
Well, I kinda couldn't save that guy. It was blocked by a cutscene. I guess it's to make you feel bad for not rescuing people. To show you the importance of rescuing people. This one can get a little tricky because he gets surrounded. No! Oh, almost had him.
Yeah, keep telling yourself that. You just watched him die.
Well, he's just a pile of pixels, so I don't really care that much.
Really? You already got to use a continue?
Uh-huh.
You know, all things considered, you're actually pretty good at this. The home version of this came out on the Dreamcast, didn't it?
It did.
But surprisingly, this little laptop seems to be holding its own, even though it drops down to 15 frames per second sometimes. But it still looks kind of playable.
Yeah, I'd say it's playable. It's playable enough for me. I'm just kind of surprised it even plays at all.
Yeah, you got some slowdown right there. Don't get yourself killed.
Well, that's kind of my idea.
No, that was close.
Yeah, I kind of lost track of my reticule there for a second.
Oh no, she still fell down.
But she's safe.
Oh no, she's not.
Yeah, it sometimes likes to throw a curveball at you sometimes.
Man, too bad your real laptop won't work on this.
Yeah, something to do with the operating system.
Because, man, I would like to see this look a lot better, even though this looks okay for what you're playing it on now. I want to see this at its best. At its best. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Unfortunately, we'll work what we got as we normally do.
I just wish we could turn the blood red.
I could have sworn there was an option for that in this game, but I couldn't find it.
That's lame. But, hey, at least it works, even though the blood is green, which actually looks more gross.
Which, funnily enough, I think they did that to make it less violent. Thing is, I remember being able to change the blood color in this, but not in another... Not in a spin-off of this game.
Spin-off?
Yeah, I'm about to get to that. But let me get rid of this pest first.
Yeah, I want him gone. He reminds me of somebody I can't put my finger on who. But he pisses me off. Jeez, you can't hit the broadside of a barn, can you? Even with a mouse. Let alone a light gun.
Yeah, would you hush? I'm doing better than you would.
How do you know?
I just do, okay? Oh, come on, my cursor was right over him. Just gotta wait for him, because he moves around so fast, but because the frame rate's so choppy, it's hard to pinpoint exactly where he's going to end up, so I kind of try to wait for him to go behind and upward. Because if I wait for him to go behind and upward, then I can actually hit him. Because he pauses for a brief second. Like that.
Good. Shouldn't he be dead now?
Well, the armor that he was possessing is dead.
You did it! Man, the music is amazing, too!
Harry! Hey, Don's still alive. What the hell's going on in this city?
Don't know, but it's very similar to the 1990s.
That case?
James, go on for a minute. Okay, let's meet at Sunset Bridge. We're counting on you, James.
No more fooling around.
If you're unfamiliar with the series, you wouldn't believe this, but at some point Sega decided, hey, what if we took House of the Dead 2 and made a typing tutor out of it?
The typing of the dead? How does that work?
So there's actually a story mode and a training mode here. For the sake of time, we'll just go with the training mode.
Are you kidding me?
Nope.
This is the silliest, most amazing thing I've ever laid my eyes on, and that says something. Come on, type faster.
Hey, I'm working on it. I got a hunt and peck.
Hunt and peck? I thought you went to a private school. You don't know how to type?
Nope. I hunt and pecked holding my keyboard like a painter's palette. But I surprisingly typed really fast that way. In fact, if I was doing that for this, I'd probably be a lot faster at that too.
That is hilarious. And let me guess, this won't work on your other PC either.
Nope.
Funnily enough, this one's a lot more optimized. So, the frame rate's a lot more consistent, and it's higher.
It is, and I am very thankful for it, because it's very responsive. If you play this enough, I imagine you might actually become a decent typist. But this ain't no Mavis Beacon.
You must have this set on a pretty easy mode.
Yeah, I do. I have it set to wait the longest for you to type. Oh no! I won't lie though, the control response and the pretty decent frame rate on this old PC actually feels very satisfying to shoot zombies by typing at them. I just love when stuff gets this silly and ridiculous. I'm all for it.
Man, you're not that great at this, are you?
Well, if I was doing so without looking through a viewfinder, it might be a little easier. Whereas if this was actually in my lap and I was chilling out, this would probably be a lot easier to do.
Oh, I notice how they tend to flash as soon as they're about to get you. Like kind of a hurry up.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, hurry is right. Hey, not bad. And he finished the training mode. This may not be any Mavis Beacon, but it gives you a ranking system similar. But you're still below average typist.
Well, you're a below average Reaper.
Hey! That was uncalled for.
There was a PC port for House of the Dead 3, but unfortunately, it's too new for this thing and too old for my good laptop. But I actually have a lot to say about it, so I'll just borrow somebody else's footage.
House of the Dead 1 and 2, at least in the English versions, were notorious for having some of the cheesiest dialogue imaginable. The first game had fun with itself and included a degree of silliness, but the second game just ramped up the camp appeal. With the third game, though, they took advantage of the new hardware and tried to tell a more serious horror story with it. It still got its camp appeal, one-liners, and over-the-top silliness, but it's more focused, and the voice acting is taken a lot more seriously. I was a teenager when this came out, and the first time I saw a machine for this game in an arcade, I was shocked by how realistically gruesome it looked. I had to play it. From what I remember of the PC port, it seemed to run just as well as House of the Dead 2, but with obviously better graphics. It also had a port on the original Xbox, which is interesting, but I don't have it nor the PS3 ports to compare either of those. If you wanted me to talk about the fourth game, or Scarlet Dawn, you're out of luck, because I didn't even know those existed until I started working on this video, and the only ports for those were on the PS3. House of the Dead 2 and 3 also came out together on the Wii, which I heard were actually pretty good ports, but I was confused as to why they didn't include the original, so I stupidly never bothered to pick it up while I actually had a Wii. There was also a brand new game called House of the Dead Overkill, which came out for the Wii, PS3, and PC, but apparently the PC port was unlisted at one point, which makes me regret not investing in PlayStation Move controllers. After the Wii became obsolete, the PlayStation 3 was actually the best way to play most arcade rail shooters. But now I'm getting off the rails myself, so I better get back on topic.
But like I said, I couldn't get it to work on this computer, I couldn't get it to work on the other one, and I spent a good amount of time doing that, trying to make that work, and it turned out to be a waste of time. A great big waste of time. It was always a waste of time.
Erie? Erie? Are you alright?
What are you doing? Hey, hey! What are you doing? Erie! What?
Of course, he had to interrupt me.
Hey man, what's up? I figured I'd get here a little early this time since I was so gosh darn late last year. What's with the knife, dude? You okay? You look like Chris Pratt after he found out one of his movies didn't make over $100 million.
Well, you can never be too careful.
Okay, so what are we playing today? Huh.
Oh, the Switch! On the Switch!
Oh, dude, you got a Switch too? Sweet, that's awesome. Yeah. So, what are we gonna be playing on the Switch?
They remade the original House of the Dead, and they put it on the Switch with motion controls. It's great.
What, for real? Oh, dude, that's awesome. Alright, we gotta play this right now, man. Already, this is looking pretty stomp. I'm glad you're forcing me, welcoming me, inviting me to play this.
Oh yeah, it's just one of the best games made for arcades.
Oh. Wow.
It was very lucrative for Sega when they developed it with their recent 3D hardware at the time.
Oh, you don't say?
It was lucrative for Sega, not lucrative for the children who played it.
I see. Well, let's give it a go and see what's gonna happen. So, this is probably a descaling from PC or whatever, but looks pretty decent for the Switch. I mean,
it looks terrible. Obviously the PC version probably does look superior, but that's beside the point. If you're doing things other than playing video games, maybe that wouldn't bother you.
Oh.
Don't say that! Ah! Am I back
What?
yet? Am I back?
Okay, well...
I kinda am.
Anyway, man, oh, this is pretty... So this is pretty much exactly... Oh, okay. Reload. I guess, oh yeah.
This game's a lot of fun.
So this is a pretty authentic, in the arcade with the little gun experience, it seems like.
I'd like to think so. I mean, as close as you could get to a gyroscope. Or
Yeah.
with a gyroscope in comparison to a light gun.
Uh-huh. Is that what they use in the arcades, I guess?
Yep, they used light guns for like kind of the longest time.
Oh, okay.
Ooh, I like how they animated his mouth there. That's actually really neat, because they didn't quite animate it that well in the original, obviously.
Uh-huh. Oh, I gotta get used to that. Oh.
He seems to go down too easily.
Oh.
Whatever happened to the challenge? I thought this game was more difficult than that. Oh, stop it!
Oh.
Get out of my head!
Oh. I'm too engrossed in what's going on to really make a handle heads or tails of what you just said. But anyway, yeah, look at this. Oh man, yeah, this is pretty. Oh, gotta reload. Yeah, this is pretty stomped though. But yeah, I mean, I didn't really play these type of games in the arcade ever, but they're to get them in the home console, I mean, that's pretty cool. I mean, and the multiplayer, of course, makes it pretty cool. I mean, it is pretty cool. Oh. Yeah, I mean, this is about as authentic as you could get, to be honest. I mean, I can say that.
A thing to note about the music is the arcade machines. This is this is a machine that was known to be really loud. So it's like you'd hear the gunfire and you'd hear the music very loudly from like kind of across the way from like several feet. It would like beckon you to come play it.
Yeah, that I don't really hear the music as prevalent here
As lower in the mix.
which is fine. I can still, I could definitely take your word for it. I believe you're right. I can totally see what you're talking about there. Oh.
Yeah, the more people you rescue, the more it helps.
What does the left Joy-Con do again? Or what is the left Joy? What is that used mainly for?
Reloading.
Oh, I've been reloading on the right.
You can do that?
Yeah, it's letting me. Like I haven't hardly used the left at all, and yeah, I just hit one of the other buttons and it reloads on the right. I mean, so far I haven't really been able to use the. But I'm just flying off the seat of my pants here, flying. Okay, I will say that civilian did look a little crappy. Didn't look that great. I mean, I could see where the didn't look that impressive. Like on the animated
The optimization is piss poor.
Yeah. Oh well, I would
we
go.
just agree on something? Because that would sicken me.
Oh, okay. I thought. Well. Anyway, I just was saying it looks less than stellar. I would say it looks piss poor. Boy, you're usually not that critical, Erie.
Are you okay?
But yeah, that doesn't look very good. I mean, it's fine. But I imagine on the PC it probably would look better. But oh.
If only I could get my hands on a light gun for this that would work on PC. I wouldn't know how to go about doing that. I should look it up.
Yeah.
You should get a job. I have a job!
Oh. Huh. Well, just gonna focus on this boss fight here. Boy, this boss is pretty cool. Like, the graphics and animation don't look too bad here. I mean, it's pretty cool. That's pretty cool how you chipped away at that thing.
Stop, Kieran, or else something terrible.
Sophie!
Wow. Well, we're at the second chapter, and okay. Oh, just trying to get trying to get the thing with the stuff here. Ugh.
There's certain branching paths depending on certain things that you shoot in the environment.
Oh, that's pretty nifty.
And of course he would know this because he's been playing these games for so very, very long, instead of doing much more beneficial things.
Well, oh man, like this really is like, I don't know if this was ever a thing. I'm sure it was, but this is, like, I just can't get over how authentic of an experience this is to the arcade, like, with two people in an arcade or some prize redemption type of restaurant or one of those type of places, you know, where they got games and everybody has their light gun or whatever. And, I mean, this just feels like such an authentic experience. I mean,
It's an authentic waste of time.
I wouldn't really go that far. I mean, it's pretty silly and fun and
Perhaps I'm being a little too harsh. You always are!
oh,
But what I was going to say was, yes, this is valid recreation every once in a while. But when you play these games literally all of the time and doing little to nothing else, it ceases to be of benefit. It's only recreation if you rarely do it, but if you spend nearly all of your time playing video games tend to play.
huh. Well, I'm just too distracted by all the gore and horror to really make heads or tails of what you're saying right now, Eerie, but, you know, I just now thought of this. Where's Candy Bones? I'm just, kind of curious about that. I mean,
Why would you be curious about that?
I don't know, because he's,
Does he owe you money?
no.
Then why would that be a concern? You almost just shot that man. How do you feel about that?
I know, I can't.
This game is making you violent.
I can't believe you just really threw me off with what you just said. Why is so? I didn't think it was a big deal if Candy was or wasn't here. I mean, just wondered is all. I mean, why wouldn't he be here? You know?
It would be best if he. I wish he was here right now. I don't know where he went. He was just here, just a second ago, while I was playing the earlier House of the Dead games.
Huh.
Ugh. Okay, I think I'm back.
Huh. Well, I hope you didn't go anywhere.
I could be dreaming right now. I am not right in my head at the second.
Wow. Man. How many levels? Oh no! I think I just. Oh man, I don't know. I don't know if I shot that poor civilian. So how many
I
levels?
believe you did.
Oh no. I'm not used to these type of games. I'm not really used to that many games in general, except when I come over here. I usually have a good time, but for some reason I'm kind of creeped out a little today. I mean, I hope you're okay. I mean, you know, that hopefully that pocket dimension isn't still lingering. But anyway,
yeah, it's not that. Yeah, it's not what it is.
I see. I didn't pay any attention when it shouldn't, but the reloading keeps really throwing me off. Just so weird and silly.
The trick is to hit the reload button right after you hit the fire button. Just do it rapidly.
Yeah.
It's really easy to get into the rhythm of it.
Yeah, I'm just not used to these type of games, so that's why it's kind of keeps throwing me off. I don't know why it shouldn't be. I mean, I know that you only get 6 shots, but I think it just. I go through the 6 so quickly, I think that's why it throws me off. Huh. Okay. Oh! He's back! Oh no! Oh no! Man. This is pretty epic, though. Relax, dude. It's just a game.
Yes. Just a game. All this frivolity.
Dude, what are you doing? You spent years building that collection. Are you insane?
Wasted years. Wasted.
It's you. I know who you are. Get out of my friend!
You think you can save him from that which has already transpired? It's over. He was dead to begin with.
You did all those things for all of us throughout these years, and each day you always turned to fight this battle by yourself. Well, not this time.
Erie, I know you can hear me. This time you're not alone. You hear me?
Finish the game. Finish the game.
This time, it's my turn.
Alright, come on, you.
Reload. Reload. Reload.
I really want to do this.
Reload. Reload.
Come on, you.
Reload. 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 Reload.
Man, this is tricky, but I really want to do this.
Reload.
Ha! Yeah, take that. Yeah. Well, that was so much better.
We won't let
That
you
was
have
pretty
it your way,
pretty
Shirley.
awesome. Pretty happy about that outcome.
There, I beat it. Now you beat it.
Ouch. I suppose fools
And stay down. Jeez, where's a stranger when you need him?
Probably still at work. You know, the economy is so bad, even he's had to get a job. And I've had to start selling feet pics.
What? And where in the hell have you been?
Don't get me started. But he's gonna be okay. We owe you a lot.
Yeah, I'd say. I mean, you do. Maybe he doesn't.
What even happened just then?
Well, you know, you kind of saved my life before, and I saved yours.
Oh, so all's right with the world then.
Yeah, you know what? I guess it is. Hey, why can't I have some of that? Oh.
There you go.
Oh, stop!
Eric got me stuck in a. Like, I'm a little claustrophobic, but if you would be so kind of just kind of.
And that's what happens when.
When games happens! I was wondering when someone was gonna let me say that.